right, did you enjoy being in New York City? Oh, I love New York City, good. Yeah, that was great. We'd do shows in Manhattan. About midnight, we'd get back to the hotel. 1 a.m., I'd lay my head on the pillow and listen to the sounds of the city. Woo-woo! I love them. Oh, my God. The city that never sleeps. Well, it needs a frickin' nap. Walter, you have effectively eliminated about every corner of the country. And what about where we live? People love the weather in Southern California. Yeah, but at least with Florida and hurricanes, you got a little notice. What? You turn on the news and say, you have 3 days to get the hell out. So, well, in LA, we got earthquakes. Yeah, we don't know jack. One morning, you could be sitting on the toilet and all of a sudden, there's crap flying around the house. We love it here. You're a dumbass, too. Remember that last big earthquake we had? Sure. Bad timing on that earthquake. How's that? Not 2 seconds before it hit, I told my grandson to pull my finger. He pulled it, I farted, and half the neighborhood fell down. That kid hasn't come near me since. The other day, I cracked my knuckles and he dove under the couch. What was that? Well, we're in D.C. That was a veto. You know, Walter, I listen to you with all this. I get the feeling we're traveling too much. Oh, you think? Why don't you like getting on airplanes? I'm your carry-on, for God's sakes. I go in the X-ray machine. Oh, I'm gonna have cancer tonight. Tell them what happened at Chicago's O'Hare. Oh, yeah, we're going through the airport there. I come out the other side of the X-ray. I hear the guy say to Jeff, sir, gotta look inside your suitcase. I'm lying there thinking, crap, here we go. This is all true. Jeff's standing there, the guy opens the case, I pop up and I go, hey, shut the damn door. Scared the crap out of the guy. Then I thought about it for a second and I said, I do not want to go to Los Angeles. And what happened? We were detained. And bastards have no sense of humor.
You don't realize how special America is until after you go abroad. Like, I'm a fan of the females, and America got something called options. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's other races in Europe, but mainly it's Europeans. I'm looking in the show tonight, there's a lot of beautiful options. Black women, white women, Asian, Latino. See a couple of Indian girls sprinkled about. I gotta say, Indian women are some of the most beautiful women on the planet, but Indian men, ugh. And it was weird, because I had my first show in Sweden, but I had a layover in London. And they actually had Indian people working airport security. Me up, because they all had British accents, totally threw me. Excuse me, sir, could you please put all your belongings in a tray and move it forward? I'm what? Because I'm from America. I'm used to, can you please put everything? And you got to. And I was drinking a Slurpee at the time. I was like, you don't recognize it? The fuck you talking like that for? And listen, bro, if you're a black man and you into white women, you got to go to Europe. We special out there, because ain't a whole lot of in Europe. London is a major metropolis, a lot of in London. But you go to Southern Europe, Eastern Europe, Riga, Lithuania, there are no out there. We like a delicacy. We like strawberry Kit Kats, nigga, we rare. And that accent work both ways, men to women and women to men. Because fellas, you get with the wrong woman with the wrong accent, that'll you up too. Fucked around, had with a Jamaican broad recently. It's the scariest shit I'd ever done. Because Jamaican women by nature are real fiery women. They're aggressive, passionate, spicy. She put the pressure on me. It was too much. I couldn't handle it. You want some of this, boy? You better get back there and mash it up. Don't around. Mash it up. Mash it up. When you pull your out, you better come with the right amount of ammunition. Booyaka, booyaka. I was crying. I'm like, quit your blood clot crying, you boy bitch. Oh my God. Ain't no Middle Eastern people in here, is it? My man right there, where you from?
Pakistan.
Listen, if I said anything to offend you, I'm sorry. Me, you, the same. White people fend for yourselves. I fuck with every race group, but I don't fuck with the Middle East. When them say they the bomb, they mean that shit. You don't want to fuck with me, my friend. I am the bomb. I'll be nervous. It's quiet in here, and all you hear is. Matter of fact, I need to see you laughing at all times. Soon as shit don't be funny, he texted, "It is time." Matter of fact, if that get up to pee, we all. I don't want to hear shit about it. What are you doing? No, what are you doing? Matter of fact, if you're gonna blow somebody up, I went to Belgium. I was excited about that because I'm an action movie fanatic, and I know that's where Jean-Claude Van Damme is from. And ironically enough, I watched that movie on the plane ride over, Expendables 2. He plays the bad guy in the movie. He has a fight scene with Sylvester Stallone at the end of the movie. I thought Stallone and Schwarzenegger was hard to understand. Here's a moment just before the fight. Van Damme says to Stallone, "Don't try to challenge me." It took me 45 minutes to figure out that was trying to say challenge. Don't try to challenge me. I said, what the is a challenge? Sound like a black male hairdresser. Oh my God, girl, your hair's nice. Who did your challenge? Like I can't even believe Stallone and Schwarzenegger still making action movies. He's 187 years old. And I'm a huge Sly fan. I love them Rocky movies. Would come out with Rocky 48, I'd be right there. My favorite Rocky movie was Rocky 3 when his trainer died. Not because his trainer died, just hearing Stallone cry for the first time was magical. Remember that scene in Rocky 3 when he loses the club of Lang the first time? He goes back into the locker room and Mickey's laying on that cot. He's got that blanket over his chest. He's on his last breath. He's like, Sora. Stallone starts crying. Mick! Mick! You ain't doing Mick. I got my boy do Mick. Hey, what do? You ever notice in the Rocky movies, whenever he starts out normal, you can understand him, but the more emotional you get, he just lose you. Like, remember that scene in Rocky 3 when he's standing on the beach and he's all stressed and disheveled, and Adrian's like, Rocky, what's wrong? He's like, hey, yo, Adrian. Hey, you know I don't want it no more. What are you talking about? And when I first got in the ring, I didn't care what happened to me. I didn't care. But now as you, as a kid, I want to lose what I got. Will you put it into it, Adrian? I try to break me down and never bang. That's when Van Damme should have jumped out the water and said, don't try to challenge.
I don't want it to seem like I'm complaining because I'm so grateful. You know, tour has been amazing. You know, great people, mediocre money, but it's good. It's good. But the tour, the travel is just beyond me. I have a Jewish body, and you'll only know what that means if you have one. And we don't travel well, so flying has been really hard for me, and I pretty much have exclusively flown Delta, and It's like fine. It's like the best of the worst. It's always something. I don't know, is it just me? Or is it any time you get on a plane now as an adult, like, we're gonna die? I don't remember feeling so afraid as a kid. Maybe it's like, now as an adult, I have more to lose. Like, I don't wanna die now. I'm fucking rich and famous. But like, as a kid, who would miss me? You know, Ms. Goldberg? No. But it's always something, you know? I got a million stories. Oh, these walls could talk. They'd tell you about the time I was flying to Kansas City. I just flew to Kansas City, actually, like a month ago. Nice city. Sort of. No, it was nice, it was nice. And you know, I'm flying out of LaGuardia, just sitting on the tarmac for an hour, nobody says anything. It was so frustrating. Flying Delta, delayed an hour, no word from the pilots. They're very non-communicative. I'm sure their wives are thrilled. Sitting there. Someone actually once told me Delta is secretly an acronym for don't ever leave the airport. And I really felt that, you know? No word from the pilot. Finally, about an hour later, the pilot comes on and he's like, hey, and I'm like, Pete? Is that you, honey? He comes on, he's like, we're really sorry about the delay. We're like about to take off. There's just 17 planes taxiing in front of us. And I'm like, okay, but that sounds like a lot. I knew we were gonna be there for another 45 minutes. I got like my magazines out. I took my shoes off, not my socks. I'm not disgusting. And I'm just chilling, and maybe 10 seconds after the announcement, we're in the air. It was weird. Normally, I would just be excited to be like on my way. But something about this whole situation smelled kind of fishy. It was definitely giving me like a hijack vibe, you know? Because not only were we taking off prematurely, like it was bad. And I know I'm a brain dead moron and I can't comment on what a pilot does, but it was not good. Felt like Stevie Wonder was taking us off, okay? And so I was freaking out, but then I was also a little nervous because when they were making the announcement, I remember this like super cute, borderline geriatric man had gotten up and went to the bathroom. And he hadn't come back yet. So we're in this treacherous takeoff, and all I can think about is the man with his penis out in the bathroom bopping around in there like it's the fucking cockpit. And it was just so scary, but I've become such a nervous flyer. So what I've started to do is I'll actually do, it's actually a really good trick. Feel free to take this with you when you go. I'll scan the plane. I'll look at everyone's faces, and I'll read their facial reactions. And if nobody else looks really concerned, it really calms me down. It's like a herd mentality thing. So I look around the plane. People are freaking out. You know you're fucked when people start taking out rosary beads on a plane. So not only am I freaking out, I'm also feeling a little left out because I'm Jewish. We don't get little knickknacks like that, you know? Gentiles got their tchotchkes, their beads, their books, their dance. We got nothing. I literally turned to the lady next to me. She had this like very cute pink Bible, and I'm like, hey, bitch, is that the Old Testament? If so, may I borrow it? Technically, you guys are borrowing it from us, but whatever.